All right, everybody, it is Paul here with my channel Value Flips. I'm a part-time reseller. Before we go out thrifting, looking for things to flip online, I want to share with you guys a few sales. Starting with this 1992 game called Pass the Pigs. I got it at a thrift store 2 weeks ago. I paid $2 for it, ended up selling it for $19.60 plus shipping. Sold these Brother P-Touch tape cartridges for $39 plus shipping. I picked these up for $5 at a Value Village about 5 months ago. They were on the wall hanging in a bag. So great flip. This is a very cool sale. I love selling this kind of stuff. This is kind of a bolo, guys, so look out for this. It's Disney's Pixar Cars, the Screaming Banshee. It's this yellow toy that eats little cars. I picked this up at a Salvation Army about 4 months ago. I paid $3.50 for it. Ended up selling it for $89 plus shipping. I could have got more for it, but there was one piece missing on this vehicle. One of the smokestacks was missing, so I ended up taking an offer and selling it for $89. Just an amazing flip. This is definitely a vehicle, a toy you want to be looking out for. Another really cool sale here is this Manitoba Moose Sports Specialties hat from the 90s. This is an IHL team, so it's a hockey team. I saw this at a church thrift store last week. It was basically by the checkout, just hanging for $8. I knew it had to be worth more than $8, so I bought it blindly. It was in excellent condition, looked like it had never been worn. Priced it at $69, and somebody bought it within hours of me listing it, so I probably underpriced it. Nevertheless, an amazing find, amazing profit. Just love these kind of flips. Sold the Sharp VCR. I got this at a Value Village about 2 months ago. I paid $8 for it. Ended up selling it for $40 plus shipping. Sharp is a pretty decent brand for VCRs, so I do pick them up as long as the price is right. The bad thing about this purchase was I didn't have the remote for it. Otherwise, I probably could have got closer to $60 for it. Still a great flip. All right, guys, come and thrift with me, and we are starting off at a Savers or Value Village, and I'm here in the glass section, in the kitchen section. This is probably going to be my first pickup here. This is a Ralph Lauren mug. There's actually a set of them. There's 4 of them. I wanted $6 for them. They're in really good condition. They're kind of rare, so I figured the first time I see them, they're Sadie Ralph Lauren mugs. First time I see them, I think I can make some money there, so I will put them in my cart. I'm looking at some appliances, some type of Nespresso coffee thingy or coffee maker of some sort. I was trying to get some more information on it, and it was priced up just way too high. I think it was around $30, so I decided to not get it. And in the red aisle here, I see these 2 Lego cups, and they were apparently children's cups, and they wanted $3.99 for 2 of them. And I think that there are some soles of these, so I think I could get $15 for both of them. And they're very light, easy to ship, so I will take those. You don't see those too often, or I haven't anyway. In here I see that's a drum pedal for a video game, but it was priced way up too high. $9 or $10 is too much. If it was $2 or $3, I would have for sure grabbed it. Especially if you don't know if it works or not, right? This is a big mega Nerf gun, and these guns do sell well, and the front of the gun actually can be broken into 2 pieces, so it's not too bad to ship. This one I would have bought. The price was right on it. It did not cock back and fire. Like, it was not working the mechanism in there, so $6 was a bargain, quite the bargain, but because it didn't work, I had to put it back. But I've sold this gun before. You get about anywhere from $40 to $60 for them. I thought this was really cool. December, an advent kind of calendar thingy. It was priced up too high though. They wanted $30 for it, and it had some condition issues. I thought it was really cute though, and probably could have sold it for $50, but $30 is too much for me. It would have to be in mint condition for me to buy it at that price. So, but very, very neat item. Probably homemade, I'm thinking, or hobbyist. I'm in the electronics section. I see a rhythm clock. Some rhythm clocks can be worth some good money. This one, not so much. The price was right $349 for it. Just not a very popular one, so that went back. Some PlayStation controllers, which hard to pick up, right? Because you don't know if they work or not. It's always kind of a gamble. That's why I don't pick them up unless they're really cheap. Because I've bought them before and take them home and they don't work, and that's not a good thing. So I'm always cognizant of that. And I saw this weird jug. It was priced up. Christopher Vine. First time I see this brand. Not a lot of solds, so put it back. And I don't have no idea why they priced it up so high. $20. This is a Salvation Army now we're at. Still again looking in the dishes here. Move over to the toys. And I found some good plush at this Goodwill. Not in this particular bin, although I didn't know who this fellow was. He threw him back in the bin. Threw him right back. Didn't recognize that bear. But on the top here, this is a SpongeBob Crab Burger plush, and they didn't want too much for it. So I will for sure take that. It looked clean. I gave it the sniff test. Try and give your plush the sniff test. Same with this Duff Dry beer plush from The Simpsons. They only wanted $2 each, I believe, for those. They're in good condition. I put those in my bag. And this is a Salvation Army now. There's looking at a hobbyist piece there, not worth anything. A lot of Corel, kind of the spice of life flower look there. Corel. It's contemporary. It's not that old. They wanted $2 a cup, which is too high for that. Fairly common pattern too. There's a Café du Monde cup. Café du Monde is a kind of restaurant or a cafe in Louisiana, I believe. Never been there. Here's another Corel mug. The butterfly pattern. Again, they wanted $2 a piece for those, which is too much here. This is kind of priced up. I looked at this cat here. I thought maybe it might be something, but no, just a hobbyist piece. And I see this kind of steak press or meat press, and I just couldn't find the brand name of it. It was pretty heavy. They wanted, I believe, $8 for it. I had to leave it behind. I just couldn't get any information on it. And I saw this Lincoln Beautyware coffee container. And unfortunately, it's not worth much when it's on its own, so I left it behind. You can find the whole set for a good price. Those are worth selling. Otherwise, I leave them behind. All right, everybody, it is Paul here, and I am back home, and I'm going to show off some of the things I got. Some kind of weird things, I think. All over the map here lately. Thrifting's been a bit better. I wish my sales were a bit better, actually. But nevertheless, I'm out here doing what I can. I'm going to start here. This is a Toastus vintage waffle maker. It's heavy. It's old. It was $10 at Salvation Army. I only pick these up when the griddles are super clean, like this one. This one is in great condition, and I get about $50 to $60 for these. So at $9 or $10, some decent profit there. Saw this book at Salvation Army, The Complete Arranger by Sammy Nestico, who's an American composer. This book was just sitting on a shelf at Salvation Army. I saw it and it looked fancy. So I looked it up, and sure enough, there are some solds. It's not a fast mover, but I believe the last one sold for almost $90. So, and on product research in the last 3 years, some have sold up to $150. It's in pretty good condition. I only paid $4 for it. I'll probably be aggressive and I'll probably price mine around $80 or $79.99, something like that, in order to move it. Over here at Goodwill are these Crocs, and kind of fancy women's Crocs can do well. This one actually, most Crocs don't have the number on them, the model number. This one does. So this is a 11848, and I did look it up in the store, and I can get about between $30 and $35. We are heading towards winter, so I'm gonna have to lower my price on sandals. It'll get harder to sell them as we move towards winter. Nevertheless, for $6, I will probably price these at $30. They should move. Over here is something really different. This is a Danish Christmas canister or glass canister by HomeGuard. I paid up for it. It was $15 at Salvation Army, and I do see some comps around the $50 range for this. I looked it over. I took, always do this every time you guys are in the store before you check out. Look over your stuff. Take time. So I did. I took a good couple minutes and I looked it over. It's got no cracks, no tears in the design or anything. It's in very good condition. So again, I'm going to shoot for maybe $49.99 on that. Over here is an old IKEA purple flower wall light. I paid up for this at Goodwill. Paid $10 for it. Although this is a kind of a rare flower, like the purple flower. I don't see it too often. So I'm thinking I can get close to $30 for it. I see that there are some solds on Poshmark around $30. So I'll put it for $29 and see what happens. So up next, I have this piece for $5 at Salvation Army. This is a Glow Hill piece. So this is Bakelite, cherry color on the end. It's mid-century from the 60s, and it's from a Canadian company, I believe, in Eastern Canada that makes these. And they go for about $30. So for $5, I figured I'd pick that up. At Value Village, I found these two Lego cups, plastic cups, for $4. They're about 10 years old. They go for about $15, $20. I thought they were very cool and unique. Not a lot of them out there, so I will definitely get those listed. And then I did an auction, and in the auction there was some Starbucks mugs, and it's been a weird Starbucks kind of time this last month. I found so many Starbucks mugs in the last month, whereas previous years I don't find any of them. So I don't know what it is, but the thrift gods have given me Starbucks mugs, and I will take them. I did pay up for these. I did. I paid $7 a piece, which is probably the most I would pay for them. But some of them are going for good money. I see this one sold on Poshmark, I believe, for $25. So there's a bit of money there. And like I said, I got this as a lot, so they're easy to list, easy to ship for me. Here are more mugs. I got these at Value Village for $6. I got 4 of them. The reason I got these is that they're Ralph Lauren. They're Sadie mugs, and they're very rare, actually. There's not too many of them around, so I figured for $6 for 4 of them, that was a pretty good deal. So pick those up too. All right, lastly, I got 2 really cool items. I saved the best for last here. This is a 1987 NES Advantage. It's kind of an arcade-style joystick. These were actually built really well back in the 80s. I already tested it because I have a Nintendo. It works really well. And I only paid $10 for it. I got it at a local charity auction. And I see that there are solds on Poshmark. I'll probably put it on Poshmark because it's actually very heavy for its size. And I hope you get about $30 for it. So there's a bit of money there. Or I might keep it. I'm not sure. It goes really well with my old NES. And this is a really cool item. This is a 1979 Milton Bradley big track um, vehicle, programmable vehicle, and it also comes with the transport. And I actually have the boxes too. It came with this. So I took a real chance on it. There were a couple people bidding on this. This is from the local charity auction. I ended up paying $43 for this. It is in very good condition, as you can see by the decals and whatnot. And I knew there was a good chance that it would probably work. So if you can, when you're looking on an auction, I mean, the best thing is to go down to the warehouse where they're storing it and look at it. But if you can't do that, it's super convenient to just look at the pictures, and hopefully the pictures are good enough where you can zoom in. And I noticed when I looked at this on the auction, I noticed that the labels were in great condition, and that's usually a very good sign. If you don't see any scratches or any labels peeling, it probably was not played with roughly. So I had no problem bidding on this, and I ended up getting it for $43. It is in great condition. It works. I tested it. I put those big D batteries in there. D batteries are this big. Look how huge those are. It works well. So this thing moves forward. It makes kind of some weird noises. Comps are kind of all over the place for this. In this condition, for both the transport and the big vehicle, I'm probably thinking at least $200, if not more. And I have the boxes. The boxes are in kind of rough condition, but nevertheless, I really think there's some good profit to be made there. I will probably start them off around $300 and see what happens. But kind of a very cool find. It's really the first time I've seen this vehicle. I wasn't around when this came out originally, but I think that there will be a collector that would just love this. So a couple cool finds, guys. I want to thank you for your support. If you could like and subscribe, that would be great. Happy hunting out there, and we'll see you on the next one.